And and I and they know, and we go all in. And I and they know, 'cause we go all in.
Are we live? We live? We live? We live?
We live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest edition of What You've Been Missing. It's your boy Kate Dizzle DC. And I always get this right or wrong. To my left or to my right, it's the man Hef Streams. You are now listening to the All Dressed Up podcast. A episode. What episode is this? Sweet baby Jesus.
The 4-7, man. Episode 47.
47. For sizzle. For shizzle. For sizzle. For civil. What up, Hef, man? What's going on?
You coming in hot, ain't you, K Dizzle? How you feeling, bro?
Hot, man. I'm excited. We're gonna have fun tonight. We got some special guests coming on in a minute. They in the back grubbing, and I'm
eating good, man. I'm hungry as shit too, man. We're gonna have to get
Mama Hef's in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up, my dukes? How you feeling, my dukes?
Hey, how was your week?
Hey, man, another week down with my baby Nova. She pushing 2 months, you know.
Woo.
I've been showing her off on the gram and on Facebook and everything, but I love her. That's my baby girl. But yeah, man, that's been my life, just working the baby. Setting up for this week's podcast. I was excited, man. How you feeling?
Oh man, good. You already know, man. Anytime we have a special guest on, it gets exciting, gets heated, and anytime we can meld two different worlds collide. Well, not so different, but
right.
Anytime we bring people on, it brings just a new level of flavor to it. And I
just checked out the Realities podcast a few minutes ago. Shout out to the Realities, our lovely ladies on Instagram and all the other platforms as well. They were getting it in over there. I ain't gonna stray away too much, but they were talking about their episode 69. So they was going into all the sex stuff. They had a sexologist on there. But they were definitely having a good time. So shout out to them.
That sounds about right for Realities.
So what's on your mind, bro? Tell us what you ranting about this week, episode 47.
You know what? I don't think I had a rant last week. I don't think I have a rant this week. I know what your rant's going to be, kind of, sort of. What's up, Dane? Kind of, sort of. But I don't have a rant this week, other than just paying attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be oblivious to it. You can stay focused on the goal and be committed to it, but also pay attention to everything that's around you, because what you do affects everything around you. And not only that, just making sure that the energy around you is the same as you trying to as what you're focusing on. Period. So outside of that, man,
what happened to you, man? Everything good?
I'm good.
Coming out with the deep shit early.
No, man. No. When you're operating in a certain mindset, when things happen, your mind just clicks and just keeps moving in that direction. And so I always try to tell myself, all right, even though I'm moving in a direction, what else is going on around me that I need to be mindful of, and how my decisions affect the other surrounding things. So I didn't get robbed. No, ain't nobody testing it in the streets like that. So I have a rant. I hate peoples.
all right, baby. She hate peoples with the S on the end.
Damn.
Arizona asked, did you get robbed?
No, ain't nobody getting no robbed. I ain't got to
worry.
So
what am I ranting about, man?
You kind of lead into a little bit, but I mean, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
What were you thinking? Because
Huh?
I could rant in several different directions. What
I
were you
know you
thinking?
can rant in several different directions, but I think the main thing was the first thing is on your mind because I know you're a big fan of it, and it was trash. But,
Mm,
but that could be it. But I'm gonna let
mm.
you know.
Nah, man, I don't want to start off with stepping on my girl Macy Gray, but she just sang the national anthem at the All Star game, and boy, did she look like she was off the yams and some more shit. The song you could hear basketballs dribbling over her song. That's how low she was. It wasn't a good look, man. But Macy Gray, she was definitely she had a couple hits back in the early, I guess late 90s, early 2000s, but definitely want representing. But Shanae is in the chat talking about she hate people who leaves their carts in the
In the
middle of the
out.
aisles in the store. I can't I can't really say shit because I'll leave my cart out in like the open and then just walk because I don't like pushing that jump
Yeah, you
and then
right.
take shit back to the cart.
You raggedy ass. You want to put the donuts, with the socks. You that type of dude. Like I don't need these no more. Just leave them somewhere. Literally a couple of hits. I don't even know she had a couple of hits, but the mere fact that you said when she was singing the national anthem and you could hear the basketballs dribbling in the background
It was bad, yeah.
lets me further know one, they didn't give her enough volume, and two, no one cared. So
Mm.
there you have it. There
But
you have
we'll talk about the All Star game or how we don't
it.
give
Great, Macy
or how
Gray.
we don't really care about Macy Gray, Erica. What's up, Erica? What's up, 410? But yeah, Macy Gray sang the national anthem at the All Star game. If you missed it, just stay away. You ain't miss shit. Uh, but look, man, I'm excited about this episode. We have a lovely group of podcasts that I ended up meeting a gentleman about almost a year ago. And it was very positive how we came across each other online as far as, our business aspirations and how we both were pretty much media personalities and having a podcast. So we kept in touch over time. They have a phenomenal show. I'm gonna let them tell you guys about it, and we're definitely getting ready to bring on some great folks. Man, let's talk about the Cookout podcast. Welcome to
Cookout
the
podcast in the
Hey,
building. What up?
what it do,
And like
people?
on cue,
Feeding our
having
faces,
a cookout.
man.
The
Feeding
only
our
thing he missing is the red cups right now. What's up, fam?
we got white cups back there.
Playing the hating us right now.
Hey man, y'all gotta be y'all, and y'all are doing exactly what I saw y'all do when I was watching and tuning into the Cookout, eating good. I know Auntie be throwing it down over there on y'all side. So tell
Yeah.
us what y'all got, man.
She blessed us today, man. She brought us up some chicken, got some corn. She made some baked beans. I didn't want to tap into the baked beans because I don't want to be on camera farting. So I'm gonna leave the baked beans alone for a minute.
Well, I got some Cheez-Its, so I'll
Yeah, man. She blesses us. She blesses before every show, man. When she not arguing into it with Jordan, she makes sure she take care of us.
We love you, Auntie.
Hey man, welcome to the All Dressed Up podcast. You guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, please.
Having us.
I'm Boo Skeen, aka Fatback Jackson. Ooh, with my co-host,
Jordan Lee, if it is just me.
and we got the big homie, Chucky Russell, in the building with us.
Hey.
This is the Cookout Podcast.
The
Hey,
world secure
immediately
podcast.
we're gonna put that link in there if you want to check them out. Oh, dang, that's the restream link. No, we're gonna
nah,
put that
man, change the link.
YouTube link so you can check out the Cookout podcast. Make sure y'all go check them out, subscribe, see what they're talking about. They are good peoples with good conversation. Go back and do it. When tonight we're gonna have a good conversation going into it. But Hef, where are we going right now? We're going into sports. So I'm gonna join in the festivity.
All right, man. So before we go into sports, man, let's talk about where you guys are from, though. The Cookout podcast is originating from where?
Ohio,
Moneytown, Middletown, Ohio.
Midwest.
So welcome. As you guys know, we are from the DMV. I never really say the DMV, obviously, because I'm from here, but I guess that's what we're recognized by outside of here. But K Dizzle and myself are from DC. You from DC, right? K Dizzle, Maryland.
Of course, uptown.
Yeah. So I'm from Southeast, grew up in Suitland. K Dizzle's from Uptown. I now live in Baltimore, which is a different side of town, but it's a whole different world. We'll go into it. But I guess before we go into sports, K Dizzle, let's talk about some of the major differences that you guys want to know about the East Coast and DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and then we can ask you guys a couple questions to warm it up.
You kind of brought it up. I always wondered when I was young, I used to go to Virginia with Chucky. And I just always thought it was kind of like the DMV was like the same thing. Like you know what I mean? I didn't notice the differences. But then when you ask somebody from there, like, you know, they own it. Like, nah, man, I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
First, when you say you go to Virginia, first thing we gotta ask where. What part of Virginia you
well, my people, they stay in Virginia Beach, but around the Norfolk area too. So
that's Southern Virginia. So that's it.
Yeah.
But shout out to Norfolk and Virginia Beach. My baby's godfather's from that side of town. So y'all might know each other, man. Good people come from down there. And it's not sweet down there either. Don't go down there bullshit.
No. You're still a couple hours from DMV, but you close.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to everybody over in that Tidewater Park area. You know what I'm saying? Norfolk.
Mm-hmm.
That's the slums out there. They hood's different.
You going in?
I'm just keeping it out there.
What's terrible out there? It's the slums, man.
Nah, but it's
for you know what I mean?
It's some good
survival of the fittest out there. Survival of the fittest.
You ask anybody from the DMV, they tell you it's a very slim line of Virginia that's fitted in that DMV area. So,
well, we refer to Virginia over here as the Commonwealth state, and that means to me you just going to jail. Like, you don't want to cross that line with nothing on you, around you, in your possession. No probable cause necessary. You will not pass go. They locking you the fuck up. So I like to stay on the Maryland line or DC side, with all due respect. But what y'all did get into is, man, like out here, you can drive 15 minutes to be in a whole different side of town. Like it's very neighborhood, kind of divided. The city did change though. DC's not what it used to be back in the 80s and 90s, the chocolate city that it was known to become. Obviously it was a little bit of gentrification that hit the city, so you see a lot of people where it used to be pretty interesting. You see new types of people walking their poodles and stuff late at night in places where you would never see them before. So
we don't go to VA unless we have to go to VA.
No doubt.
Alexandria area, is that the northern VA?
Northern VA,
yeah.
Only certain parts. We don't go to VA unless we have to.
My ex was grew up in Alexandria.
Alexandria?
Yeah,
that's known the VA. Just
highway.
Huh?
The highway.
I like how you give them a salute because of your accent.
But I got a question for y'all though. How do y'all feel, being out in Ohio? Because I don't personally know much about Ohio, besides I kind of flew through there once. But is there a different type of grind out there? Do you guys feel like you have to work harder to get recognized? Because I was thankful that I got to stumble on your podcast, and I really enjoy your content. And I'm from a quote unquote big city, but do you feel like you got to go above and beyond to get recognized being from Ohio?
For
sure, definitely.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, cause we such small. Like, it's no really big markets out here. Like, we gotta make the market. Like, even though like you look at the industry, it's a lot of people from Ohio, but we still don't get the recognition that we should really deserve for real. Like,
and being creative out here is like I said, it's different. We in Ohio, I told you that before, like it's not like the other Midwest cities like Detroit, Chicago, to where they're accepting to, people starting podcasts, people being dancers, YouTubers, or just any type of creative. In Ohio, they not, it's not the place for it. For me.
I don't want to say in Ohio, we're just here.
Well, everybody that made it, they went to California. Right. So,
but they were from Ohio.
And see, that's gonna be very interesting how that's gonna tie back to our deep dive conversation later. We're gonna be talking about what we do. All of us have microphones in front of us. We all talk about some sometimes lighthearted topics, but we also talk about some controversial stuff. And being from where you are from, you know, you also have to think about how people are going to take you if you voice your opinion. So later on, we're going to go into that. Go ahead, K Dizzle.
No. Where in Ohio are you guys?
We like 15 to 20 minutes outside of Cincinnati.
Okay, so you
Cincinnati is like the big
southern end of Ohio.
Yeah, southern end.
Okay, yeah, you in southern. Yeah, like I told you, I got family. Shout out to my family in Ohio, but they're on the other side. They're close to PA, like Youngstown.
Oh,
okay.
That's like old, depressed, like old factory town. Like there's nothing in those areas.
The Yo, that's what they call it. The Yo.
You call it the Yo?
Yep, the Yo.
Bam.
So before we rock and go into the rest of the show and keep it rolling, what do you guys kind of like represent as far as the Cookout Podcast? Tell us a little bit about tell our audience about what you stand for and kind of like how you guys got together.
Well, Jordan had always talked about starting a podcast. She would tell me that. She was telling me that for years, and I'm like, with the way you got a fly mouth. I think you are going to ruffle a lot of feathers. And but I took a chance on her. And for the show to have that balance, I brought my man Chucky in, to talk about sports, because we wanted the show to be about everything, you know what I mean? But we wanted to be centered around, like cookout talk, it'd be girls, popping ish, it'd be guys, talking about sports, talking about just what's going on in the world over good food and drinks. So we just made it happen, man. We started off with just a little small little Amazon type of little microphone, and we started off from there, and then we just got better as the time went. But basically we just try to be creatives and be those the light for the city, because like I said, the city doesn't really have no creative people. I mean, we have them, but it's just I don't want to ruffle nobody's feathers.
Y'all said it like it's 8 people plus y'all out there.
It's only about like 45,000 people, and of the 45, it's only about 5,000 Black people.
Oh wow!
And it's only like 1,000 people you see. It just seems like everybody else is staying in the house. All right,
it's like a cruise ship.
Yeah. So you guaranteed to know that Black person you see. So look, one of the things that I tell people all the time, where we're from the DMV, we are immensely spoiled, because just right outside of DC, you have Prince George's County. This has over 1 million residents, and you talk about 90% of those residents are African American. So it's nothing for us to see, when we see people of a different persuasion, it's like they're on the wrong side of town. Versus when we go out of town and we're the only ones there, then reality hits them and says, okay, where I'm from, where I live is completely different from anywhere else in there, anywhere else. So
that's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because we can get out of pocket with our people a little too fast. That's why we don't go to VA.
That's why we don't go to VA.
Yeah, that's why we don't go to VA, because we already know. You already know what it is. So
to introduce ourselves to your audience, as far as your viewers of the Cookout Podcast, we are the All Dressed Up Podcast. I'm Hef Streams. This is K Dizzle DC. And we've known each other for a long time, man. You were kind of like a big bro, K Dizzle. You were like one of my bosses, to be honest with you, in the car business. And I hated working for you for that month. And the good thing about that was, I did learn a lot from you. We kept in contact, and we always had the aspirations of doing this. Before the pandemic, we actually did some reaction videos, and we reacted to like the series Power and put some stuff out. But it never got all the way produced. But now we're all in. We're talking about, just like what the Cookout talks about, everything. We talk about culture, we talk about sports, we talk about issues in everyday communities, and we try to promote and uplift. We try to promote each and every week our Black businesses, and we also talk about, things that are important that a lot of people are afraid to talk about, and we try to make it we try to make this a platform where you can feel comfortable and come on and interact and have a good time.
For sure. And I'm still real jealous because these cheeses ain't doing shit on that
I got a mimosa.
I'm gonna trade you this
corny question right now. I'm salty. All right, but let's go. Let's
go to sports.
Go to sports, man. Go ahead.
All right, man. So my Lakers are sliding, man. Good thing it's the All-Star weekend because the Lakers needed a break. I'm watching LeBron run around, score buckets at his 37 years of age. But hey, man, I don't know. The Lakers didn't make any moves before the trade deadline. They're going to be taking this roster into the playoffs, man. I don't know what's going to happen.
Terrible. I'm a Laker fan too, so I'm so depressed that I don't even like watching.
It's tough, man.
It's depressing. Like,
it's depressing.
I love Russell Westbrook, but that wasn't the right move.
Yeah, I got a bunch of old vets with money that ain't really fighting for nothing no more.
Yeah, like everybody out for themselves, and then you got AD, who's like the
Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass, like he could get hurt by just tripping over air or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just terrible. Terrible. It's depressing.
And he don't just get hurt; he get hurt.
Yeah.
It's 8 to 10 weeks.
So yeah, man. So what you think, man? You think the Lakers are gonna push it back to the finals? You think they're gonna get that chemistry they need going into the second half of the season, or you think we in trouble?
We in trouble. We might not make the playoffs the way we looking right now. I hate to say it, but Lord have mercy, it's looking real bad right now.
So who looking real good?
Looking real good. I mean,
Phoenix Suns, Golden State.
Phoenix Suns, Golden State.
Then you got to see what the trades did with Philly, how James Harden and Embiid gonna be. That might be a nice combination. Then you got Ben Simmons coming to Brooklyn. You never know. And then you got Kyrie, a part-time player.
So you got mine. I never really had an NBA team like that. I just like to watch good basketball. But I picked a team now, and I think my team is they're gonna win the championship.
He's a bandwagoner.
Who you rocking with?
He was a Laker fan like a couple years ago.
I like Kobe.
Now
work in them.
Now he want to jump. Now he want to be like Shaq. Now he want to be like Shaq and jump to Miami Heat.
That's not being a bandwagoner.
Who you rocking with, man? Who's your team?
Miami
get paid.
I'm liking the Miami Heat.
The Miami Heat, man. I'll tell you what. The Miami Heat are going to run into teams like Brooklyn and Philly. They might be in trouble
we'll see.
In a 7-game series. But, like you said, we'll see. Shifting gears before we leave the NBA, I got lucky, man. I ain't going to talk too much and tell you about my bread that I've been winning down at Live Casino, right? But over here,
hey, look, man. Wait a minute.
Don't stop me from talking about shit.
This is the 3rd week that you have been advertising Live Casino for free.
No, this time it wasn't free. This time it wasn't free.
Okay? It was free. It's all of it's been free. The only motherfucker, you the only one been winning money.
Hey man, I was so happy that I bet the Wizards would beat Brooklyn by 14. Don't ask me how I guessed it, but I guessed it. Man, I turned my 20 into $850. That was one of the best wins I had in a minute.
Oh, man. Okay, Dizzle, put my cash out. Drop my cash out.
Don't size them up, please. Don't size them up.
Speaking of which, K Dizzle, did you get the backdrop straight with the logo?
What's up? Yeah, this week's brought to you by GTV. Let me move the chest.
Oh yeah.
Whoop. Right
GTV, GTV. That's our folks, man.
Our guys.
Yeah.
You looking for some good cable, and you tired of the cable service that you got. You know what I mean? Digging you around. Excuse my language.
They do.
Get over to gtvcable.com. They got every pay-per-view channel, all kind of crazy streaming packages. You can watch any and everything on there.
Okay. And see, that's what we do, man. We're all about putting our people down. So thank you very much for the plug. And let's talk about something, K Dizzle, before we leave sports.
What's up?
Have we talked about the new team in Washington?
Lord have mercy.
Why?
I'm gonna call them a new team because apparently they're called the Commanders.
Commanders.
I just wish they would have picked a better
name.
I don't think.
I'll go from the Redskins. The Commander.
Man, it was just we was used to the Redskins name. That's what that was.
But you went from my bad. They like my bad. We've been disrespecting y'all all these years. We gonna rename y'all after white patriarchy. Some Commander. That sounds like some white people should.
Here she go, people. She started. She started.
It should have been.
Patriarch, though.
It should have been the NAACPs or something. It should have been just something to give
The what? The
NAACP.
What?
It should have just been more. It should have just been more for us.
But you know how they didn't even think it through though. I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
They had 2 years to think about this.
They didn't think it through long enough for real because how does the Cowboys Commanders rivalry sound? 2 C's.
Right.
Like it used to always be Cowboys and Redskins. Now it's Cowboys and Commanders. Like it don't sound good to me. Hopefully,
White on white crime is what it sounds like.
There she go again. Just getting started.
Y'all should have just.
Y'all don't know this is Jordan Lee, people. This is Jordan
You
Lee.
should have just stayed the Washington football team.
Yeah,
I like
I was cool with that.
I like
They could have came up with a better name than that. 'Cause that
See,
sounds
Marlo said you got to remember, dude bought all the trademarks they really wanted. Dan ain't want to pay for none of the names.
He should
Dan
be
Snyder.
an owner for real.
Name is Boo
He
Boo.
shouldn't even be an owner.
Yeah, they getting ready to come for him, man. They talking about a lot of issues in the organization as far as how employees are being treated. They have some names that were dropped throughout the organization that Congress actually want released to the public because there was a lot of some bullshit, some shady shit going on. But that's the sports right now. We in the All-Star weekend. The dunk contest was trash. Nothing much to talk about right there. Hopefully they can get that back. Kenny Smith said the hope for the dunk contest is that there's somebody in high school somewhere someday gonna come. So keep wishing upon that star. But that's sports, man. Let's keep it moving. What's up, K Dizzle? What we doing, man?
What we doing? Let's go into black business, which we
Let's
haven't
do
done
it.
in a couple weeks, man. Let's go into black business, man. Before we go into black business, I gotta share this picture.
Oh, you got me excited. What's going on?
No, the picture you told me to share.
Which one?
Yeah. Why am I showing this picture? Tell me why I'm showing this picture. This picture right here of our good brother Juwan.
Oh shit!
I just heard about
shit!
Juwan Howard.
You heard about that?
His sister Joe
Man.
Coach them.
He got
Talk about what are the five things?
Last year. Last year, he went up to the coach. Howard ain't the one. You know, that's a Chi-Town boy. Right
Hey,
there.
that's what they were saying. That's exactly what they were saying. What are the five?
Chicago, but they don't play that.
If you didn't know, Juwan Howard strikes Wisconsin assistant Joe Krabenhoft at the handshake after the game. I hope he doesn't lose his job. But what happened after the slap? The rest of the team turned up and ass kicking ensued.
He's like, say slap the shit out of dude.
So what they will say is Juwan Howard slapped and incited a team brawl, which doesn't look good on that man's resume.
No.
Nah, don't. And plus, he black. So
What caused the slap?
I don't know. He said he was mad about a timeout he called. I didn't look at it too much beforehand because I just saw the slap said enough for me.
man,
He shouldn't have touched me. He shouldn't have touched me. I don't know what happened. He shouldn't have.
man. Juwan, you gotta be more smart than that, man. You gotta at least get him backstage, get him back behind the scenes, man. You can't get him on the court.
Too late for that. Too late for that.
Man.
And how else do you let people know that you're really gangster?
You ain't gotta be gangster in college basketball. Come on now.
25 singles.
Come on.
Painted the face.
Slapped all the shit out that man.
Oh,
What's
man.
up, Bianca? Oh, Bianca
Charlie
Wilson.
Murphy. Charlie Murphy.
Building.
I mean, we already struggling for black coaches now, and that right there just gonna set us back even a little further.
Oh man, Juwan ain't going nowhere. They're gonna find him and keep moving.
He's gonna get one of them suspended indefinitely until probably I don't know the rest of the year.
We'll see what's happening.
The rest of the
I was
year.
gonna say, you hit somebody's
No, I mean, I'm thinking about is the Palace at Auburn Hills. I'm thinking about that, like some old crazy. That wasn't even the coach though. That was, I don't know, prayers though. Prayers for what?
Bob Knight was throwing chair.
Yeah, that was Bob Knight.
That's his
Bob
Bob
Knight
Knight.
was choking his players, slapping the shot.
Hey man, I just hope for his sake, no dude might have called him the N-word or something. That way he can justify that.
All I'm
or
saying
something.
is,
You know what I'm
even
saying?
if he didn't, you
Just
better
by
say he
saying like he
did.
called a bad time out, that don't really justify it too much.
I heard him say these black.
Hey,
No.
Yeah,
You better make some
I hope. You know what I'm saying?
Conjecture.
I told you, man.
400 years.
Hold on.
You
Hey,
don't know what happened.
I'm back.
Hey, I'm
I
speaking for light skinned people. Hey, we ain't as soft as you think. You know what I'm
No
saying?
bullshit.
We ain't as
No
soft as
bullshit.
you think.
Sir.
Hey,
We ain't soft as you think. You slap the spirit out of you.
And the screen.
let's go.
And scream. What? That's what I'm saying too.
So with that being said, after we talked about the slap her around the world, let's go into black business.
Black business. You're absolutely right. Black business. So we have a black business promoted by the Cookout Podcast. Who am I bringing on, man? Who are these people? Talk to me.
That's my son's hat brand.
Wave Snaps. Come on.
Wave snapbacks, and they got some skull caps.
That's nephew, but you would. I'm like, that's nephew, but you would.
I asked y'all if y'all wanted to, if some other people y'all wanted to.
I don't remember ever being asked that question.
Nobody said nothing. He was asleep.
So where can we find these beautiful wave snaps?
Right now he don't have a web page. He just kind of just doing just DM, but we ship it out everywhere.
And they're dope.
Yeah, we done shipped
Super
out to
dope.
Seattle, anywhere from Seattle to Texas, all the way back down to Florida, back to New York. We ship them everywhere. So
I like it.
and he just now starting off. I wanted to keep him out of my pockets, man. When you become a teenager, you can start asking for things that just out of your mind, just ask for crazy stuff. So you gotta
I love the hashtag teenage dripper, holy water, deep water, sink or swim. Ohio. Shout out to Wave Snaps, man. Go on.
I don't know. He put all that stuff on there, so I don't know what's all that.
Look,
As long as you making some money, it's fine by me.
we promote everybody, man. Sink or swim. Do your thing, man.
Yeah, he got on one of the hats
There
right
you
now.
go.
Got one of the hats right now.
I'm supporting nephew right now.
I might want a hat too. I just don't wear them.
Shout out to Wave Snaps, man. Y'all go find them on Instagram, Wave Snaps with 2 A's. Wave Snaps with 2 A's, man. I think I did this one before. I don't know. We 47 episodes in, so I don't remember if I did or didn't. We're gonna do them again.
So
Shout out to the homie I went to school with. It's a group called Because of Them We Can. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, C?
What's up, Jada?
What's going on? Because of Them We Can. You can find them on Facebook, becauseofthemwecan.com. They promote Black excellence, past, present, and future. It's a brand. Go buy their shirts. Go get information on who they are and what they do. And just anything that's going on in the Black community, they're going to promote and they're going to be positive about it. And it'll help set your intentions in your day about the good that's going on in our community and sharing the knowledge and information. So because of them we can, becauseofthemwecan.com. You can go on there, like, subscribe, get their information, share their stuff, and just be a part of the community and help build it. So shout out to Unique Jones. He's from the DMV area. We started this because of them we can. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, anywhere and everywhere online. All you got to do is Google it. So shout out to them, man. Good evening, Gina McCoy. Thank you for sliding through the show. Thank you. We see everybody here.
Put the number up, K Dizzle, so people can join us. Man. I
number
want somebody from Ohio to text in and join us live tonight.
Oh, do it.
Let's see if there's somebody from Ohio.
Listen, all my people, y'all better be watching. Don't let me have to pull up. Y'all better call in, text in, ask some questions.
You see, I leaned in with that, and the chin drop. Like, that was aggressive.
Text that 301 area code 301-857-1757. Don't be scared.
But, I gotta say this now since we got Ohio. Message and data rates may apply. We go. You from Ohio?
Hey.
Okay.
HCG hoes can grow in the building. Hoes can grow.
You from Ohio tonight? Where we going, Haf? Where we going? Come on.
Look, let's lighten the mood up, man. So one thing that we talk about kind of like in and out of our episodes over the past few weeks is the versus series, right? Mm-hmm. So we've dug in, we've talked about some of the matchups, and over the last like 2 episodes, people were talking about they should see who was that? Sade and
Anita Baker.
Sade and Anita Baker.
Yeah, I was coming for me.
So okay, here we go. So who would y'all like to see in the verses, man? I'm gonna just roll the ball out.
One will be, I would say, one for sure would be Chris Brown versus Usher.
Oh,
yeah. That's pretty easy.
Chris Brown versus, because Chris Brown, even though he got the versatility with the rapping and stuff like that, Usher got cult classics though, and it's all about.
Wait a minute.
It's all about what song.
I think you really just want to see him up on stage battling.
Chris, wait a minute. Chris got classics.
Yeah,
hey, I want to take a second and acknowledge the chat.
Usher got them songs he can play to where he just take you back where you'll go back in your time. Like, man, I know where I was when this came out, and you know what I mean. But that'd be a good one.
You said Chris, man.
Hey guys, I want to shout out the chat real quick. I'm seeing a lot of newcomers to the chat, so Ohio must be in the building.
Hey,
got Alpha Sound saying sup, Vu. We got GTV.
Nina said only if they perform with the moves too. Usher versus Chris Brown. I'm a flat out and take. I love Usher.
But is Chris Brown gonna outdo him on stage though?
I think Chris Brown got that.
I would love to see Chris Brown got like a 10-year difference.
Chris Brown got that because when I used to see Usher dance, Usher like he'd lose his breath sometimes.
That's why he in Vegas.
He's
performing in Vegas.
Usher older now. He used to hit the backflips and everything.
He in top tier shape right now.
If Chris Brown go on stage with Usher, he gonna burn his ass up, man. I think Chris Brown gonna cook him.
And Usher's performing in Vegas full time now. Usher's in Vegas full time now.
Chris Brown gonna hit him with a whole lot of new TikToks.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you said Binding Night.
I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see Jermaine Dupri, P. Diddy, Quincy Jones.
Oh my goodness!
Versus Dr. Dre.
I'm gonna say Timberland.
All three of them.
That's crazy.
Dr. Dre get washed with them three.
I'm gonna say right.
No,
I really thought you was
Dr. Dre
gonna
is
say
the
Timberland.
greatest, bro.
No,
That's a battle royale. There ain't no
Dre
verse.
is the greatest.
That's like saying I want to see Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, we take Quincy.
I was gonna say Quincy, right?
We
Off
take
the wall,
but
It's over.
off the
you
wall.
would need Jermaine Dupri and Puffy.
Hey, what y'all think about what Shanae said? Brian McKnight versus Maxwell.
That's
Oh
dope.
yes.
But I heard Maxwell was scared of that smoke with D'Angelo though. That's
I was
why
about to say
D'Angelo went
D'Angelo.
solo.
Who was?
They said Maxwell was supposed to go against D'Angelo when D'Angelo did his verses. That's why D'Angelo because Maxwell backed out.
Oh.
He ain't want that D'Angelo smoke.
Oh.
I got another one for the underground people. Let me see if y'all know about underground rap. How about UGK versus 8-Ball MJG?
I said the same thing, bro. That's a hell of a matchup. I said the same thing. But UGK gonna run them out.
Yeah.
Right.
On 20 tracks.
Without Pimp C.
I'm ignoring Shanae. She said D'Angelo got one song. I'm ignoring her right now.
Some
D'Angelo got
She said that.
We got one song that we remember because he was
Stop.
That's because she a Maxwell fan. That's all.
Yeah. Ain't nobody talking about that. Hold on.
Ooh, Scarface and Project Pat. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna take Scarface over Project, but I fuck with both of them. Though.
Scarface. Yeah, that's the legend right there.
You can't.
On a versus with the catalogs, I gotta take Scarface.
Yeah.
maybe.
Troy Hill versus 112.
Hey,
I'm
Drew
taking Drew Hill all day.
That is right.
You
Yeah.
already did that one.
I don't know.
Drew Hill.
I don't know.
Drew Hill and
I don't
112.
What about Jodeci versus Boyz II Men?
No, because that's like 2 against 5.
They got other people.
They got 3 members.
Devontae and Dalvin.
What you talking about?
You just
Matter of fact, hey, you ain't hear Jodeci about to go on tour with New Edition.
That would be
They gonna play-
unfair
they
because
gonna
Boyz II
play-
Men don't look good.
They're gonna play at all the
KC can
discount
still
arts
sing,
They
though.
venues.
look like meth addicts.
KC can still sing. Dang, man. Hey, man, you ain't about to do my favorite singing group.
I love them too, but we need to keep them where they at. We need to let that die. We don't need
Can't
to
just
see
talk about
them
Jodeci
now.
like that.
What y'all think about Mary J and Faith? That's a good one.
That's the good one.
And Faith Evans.
Yeah.
I think Mary
Mary
J.
J.
Slight, like not crazy.
Faith got some
Faith got
hits.
hit.
They
bangers.
got
Faith got hit.
T-Pain versus The Dream, Patricia said.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take Dream. I'm gonna take Dream all day.
Nope, I'm gonna take
Just
T-Pain.
because.
I'm going
T-Pain. I'm
T-Pain.
taking
I don't know.
T-Pain.
But see, Dream got songs you don't even know he got.
T-Pain do too.
That's the problem. How
Do
you
you know that
Think about
Hey Vu, the Dream wrote Umbrella, bruh.
I mean, the Dream wrote a lot.
Yeah,
You're right,
but-
yeah,
But
yeah.
you might lie. So did T-Pain.
I say shit.
But that would be, but my thing is this: is how whack is this gonna be? You gonna sit up there and play everybody else's song?
He wrote
Hey,
single.
it came from his brain.
How can a guy write single ladies?
Because he doesn't.
How can a guy write that from? That still amazes me. That's from a guy perspective. Like,
All the single ladies, all the single
I know
ladies.
better than anybody.
T-Pain is a
you would
killer.
never do
Okay.
a guy wrote that song.
Okay, Tony Braxton and Faith.
Ooh.
Faith.
She got that deep voice. She gets you.
Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed?
Man, that'd be bad.
Even as deep as
That'd
her.
be bad if Music Soul Child did on with Anthony, man.
Hey man, what the hell was Music Soul Child doing, man,
Stop
to
it.
his catalog, bruh?
Stop it.
Man,
I didn't get to check that one out.
he had the catalog.
I know, but his performance was
His
killing
live
him.
performance murdered him. His live performance murdered him. He has the catalog.
He
He
was
beat
nervous.
Anthony Hamilton by a mile.
I
but he
said that. I
was
said that. I'm like, Music Soul Child got him on the catalog, but Anthony Hamilton gonna sing his ass off.
But they both did certain things that surprised me. Like music sung bad, and Anthony Hamilton decided to dance around in some mustard green pants.
Right.
I ain't quite get that shit.
I wasn't surprised by that for some reason.
Yeah.
Only two
So-
people who nobody can stand on versus stage with is Jay-Z and R. Kelly.
That's true.
Oh.
R. Kelly especially.
I would have to say yes.
We'll have to go like Stevie Wonder against R.
I would
Kelly.
have to say yes. That's
He
the
got a
only
lot
one-
of hits, man.
That's the only one that can run the
Yeah, like you
catalog.
said, R. Kelly gonna try to sing you too.
And you know R. Kelly got the voice.
What about Beyonce?
R. Kelly got hits.
What
R.
about
Kelly-
Beyonce?
Beyonce versus Mariah Carey.
Yeah, but see, Mariah can't sing now. They
But
wouldn't-
what about Beyonce versus R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
No, she don't have a catalog.
No, she don't.
She don't have
Don't have the
catalog.
catalog.
What do you mean? I'm a Beyonce fan, so I ain't even gonna let that stand right now.
Don't have R.
He's
Kelly.
spanking Beyonce too.
R. Kelly.
That's our first threat.
R. Kelly.
And we're using Destiny's Child.
Ah!
You
That's
can't go
hilarious.
back to
Yo.
12 play. Beyonce ain't got nothing compared to 12 play.
Hey,
I just listened to
Arizona.
12
Nothing.
play in the car the
Nothing.
other day, and I skipped so many damn times. I felt
Because
bad
you don't
listening
like
to that
you don't like the person. You can't separate the person from the art.
Arizona came through.
Y'all
Arizona
say-
I
came
listen
through.
to R. Kelly.
shit.
I might not like him as a
Whatever she
person. I
wants
listen
to
to
do right
Oh
now.
my god. Arizona came through with the facts. He said R. Kelly could only battle Michael Jackson.
That is a close to accurate statement because of his catalog. His catalog is undeniable, hands down. Nobody has a
Hey,
catalog.
410, don't come through here with no bullshit like that. 410. PD
Oh.
Pablo versus Bubba Sparks. Get that shit.
Hey, no.
Bubba used to rap.
Bubba, we had a couple like mixtapes. My man used to collect mixtapes, and Bubba used to have some crazy freestyles on some of
Pedo
them.
versus pedo.
Bubba can rap on the low.
He's nice if he want to be.
Hey, see, this is what versus does to you, man. We ain't even in the deep dive yet. So we're gonna keep it on track.
My bad. But what y'all think about the Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, the basketball? Did y'all see that one?
I thought it was interesting. I'm not hating on the idea because I love basketball and it gives them a platform to go back and have fun and be nostalgic. So I'm gonna keep it positive and just tell you that I thought it was a good event. I thought it was different. And I like seeing players feel good about themselves, talk about their moments, and just stand behind their shit. Like ain't nothing wrong with AI and T Mac up there talking their shit. Give them their flowers. Give them their flowers now.
Right now.
Yes.
And look, Erica, Kendrick don't have the catalog for Cole yet.
Oh yeah,
he ain't got the catalog for Cole yet.
Oh, I gotta see. That's tough.
Because Kendrick got that Section 80 with everybody on.
Hey, Section 80 is
killer, but that's the only one.
His Untitled shit was good.
You gotta, sometimes it takes.
He got 3 albums, bro. How many? He got 3 albums, right?
Projects.
Right.
All right, let's look at that. Let's look at that question. Stephen A. Smith versus Shannon Sharp. That's a good one.
Hey, skill.
They versus every damn thing.
I mean, Stephen A. Smith, I ain't gonna say I don't like him. It's just that.
You him.
It's just that.
You see too much of yourself.
He always.
Y'all talk too damn much.
No, you talk way more than me. Anyway, I just don't like the fact that he always just. It's supposed to be an opinionated show, but he always tell everybody they're wrong. First of all, you're wrong. And here's why you're wrong. Then he just go down his little, use these big words every once in a while. But
so Chucky definitely made his point clear about how he feel about Stephen A. Smith. We're gonna keep it rolling because we definitely have some good conversation to get into. I was gonna talk about Kanye, but Kanye is Kanye, man. The boy runs around, he's posting IG, he's in the bushes. I mean, I'm a Kanye guy. I like his art, but the bushes and shit, that's a little weird for me.
True.
Yes, I think he had a mental breakdown a whole long time ago.
So he had on a bush outfit when he's hiding in the bushes.
So that was really him. Man, I don't believe that.
But why not? He a genius.
He's a genius.
So that's Kanye. We're gonna speed through that. Keke Wyatt is pregnant with her 11th child. Congratulations to Keke Wyatt.
She looks so good.
I was gonna make a bad joke about that, but I'm gonna just keep it moving tonight.
I want to hear the joke. I want to hear the joke.
I was gonna say she's versus protection, but that's a bad joke. That's corny, so I'm gonna keep it moving. But you asked me for it. So tonight we're talking about say it with your chest, right? You know what we do on a weekly basis or whatever. We come out here, we step out here on platforms, we have a good time, we have fun. But are there topics that you guys might necessarily think twice about? What topics do those consist of? And how do you guys feel about stepping out there and standing behind what you say on these public formats? Because we do it, we talk to our chat and our friends and family every week. Some people come on here and do text the number. K Dizzle, if you could put the number back up, please. Because I know somebody won't be afraid tonight. They'll come on and they'll join the podcast. We usually get 1 or 2 viewers to come on. But what are some topics? What are some topics that I would say make you guys think twice before you kind of just jump out there and go, if there are any?
He's scared. He's scared.
No, I try to play the cool role. I just say don't get us shut down before we really get started. That's my thing.
So you already think about cancel culture, not to cut you off, but
I ain't gonna lie. I think about it. I think about it a lot because there's a lot of things that I feel like if it's in the program and I know it's coming, it's fine. But dealing with Miss Lee, she had just come out of nowhere. Come out of nowhere. So it's like I don't really be expecting it. So
you got a button next to you?
Man.
He be trying to pinch me under the table and about to get socked in his jaw. But for me, it's like I don't want to be around I'm not one of those people that are like, if you don't believe what I believe, F you. But I feel how I feel. And I don't want to be around anybody that can't respect how I feel. I don't even want a boss that's not going, if a black man gets shot in the street, I should be allowed to come into work at mad and angry and voice my opinion. If any other day we speak freely in the office, I should be able to speak freely about this. Like, I don't feel like I need to censor myself and if I got to censor myself around you, then I don't want to be around you. Like, period.
Okay.
Now, how many people in the chat say they temper what they say online or what they post online because of that whole idea of having to tread lightly or walk lightly based on the conversation or the situation. How
But
many
let's keep
people
it.
do that?
But let's keep it real, K. Dizzle. It's a little bit different than typing behind a name. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying. We get out here and we get emotional behind some of these topics, and we get opinionated. And I believe that everybody should have a right to their opinion.
Mhm.
And I believe that if I'm going to listen to your opinion, to be fair, you should listen to mine, and we can respect each other's opinion. We don't have to agree all the time, but this platform is all about being comfortable to talk about certain issues that people are afraid to talk about. Because I think sometimes you might have better understanding if you do have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And there's some topics that I can bring up in my household that, like, my girl, she'll jump on me quick about. And I've been called and labeled certain things by certain friends and family because I might make a comment or a knee-jerk reaction about something that I gotta roll back because I don't feel a certain way about a certain group of people. But there are certain things that, like, kind of make me sit back sometimes and think, like, damn, like, that's not how it used to be. And maybe I'm traditional, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll out one topic since we're talking about it. Every day we talk about the LGBTQ plus community, right? We had an episode, K Dizzle, about you made a I don't want to say a joke. See, I'm already tempering how I talk, right? I don't want to say a joke, but you said they were the alphabet people, right?
Mhm.
So when we had this episode, we talked about the quote unquote alphabet people, and one topic that really comes to mind for some reason to me is the Dwayne Wade situation, because where I come from, you know what I'm saying, it was always about being tough. And those who did have fathers where I came from, you couldn't really cry, you couldn't really be emotional and sensitive in front of your dad because he would kind of like try to toughen you up. And boys where I come from was always taught to not be soft. You know what I'm saying? And Chucky already made one comment talking about complexion, like being light skinned in the hood makes you even want to be harder. So basically what I'm getting to is with Dwayne Wade is like, how do you guys feel about the situation with his son, who is come out and said that, to my knowledge, he's really by nature a girl. And I think that's a very interesting topic by all means and by all sides of the conversation. So what do you guys think about that? Because that's something, to me personally, that I probably tempered how I came on a public platform and talked about, because I don't want to say anything that's hateful. Plus, I always, before I let you guys go, I always preface everything I say by, I'm not as educated about everything. I don't know everything. So if I say something wrong, I don't mean to say something to offend. Correct me and tell me I'm wrong. So what do you guys think about that?
I can speak. I feel like, I don't know if it's because I have a lot of friends and family that are, alphabet people, quote unquote. I respect it. I feel like, although I don't believe in evolution, as humans came from apes, I believe that we as a people can evolve. And I feel like there's a spectrum, and there's things that we don't know. And even scientists say that, we have only, explored so much percentage of the brain, and there's so much. And I'm just like, if somebody say they don't feel how they feel, okay. Like, if it's not hurting you, then why be in such an uproar about it? Like, I don't care about who you sleeping with as long as you ain't sleeping with mine. Like, I just, and who you love, like, live and let live, love and let love. Like, I don't care. I love how Gabby and Wade are raising their daughter.
Well, let me drill into it.
Just accepting your child. And if tomorrow she wakes up and says, I'm a boy again, they're going to be like, all right, let's go play ball.
No, you can't just switch it back.
Let me drill in a little bit real quick.
You change your mind.
Jordan, real quick, Jordan. Can I ask you a question? Let me drill in real quick, because I wanna specify this conversation and this topic, because there's a difference, in my opinion. Again, I could be wrong, about sexuality and gender. Sexuality and gender.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like, I'm not to tell anybody that they're not born a certain sexuality, because who am I to tell them? And I'm not really anybody to tell them anything about their life. But the only thing that I refer to is just nature. Like if you're born with something and you have something, that's nature. Like you can't say that that's not that. So can you say like in your heart you shouldn't have had that? You got the right to say whatever.
Right.
Again, who am I to comment on that? But we can't sit there and say that duck ain't no duck. That's
But
all.
oh yeah, I completely agree. But in the conversation and then in the debate of, a black person can't just wake up and identify as white. We start throwing all these things out, like, and I'm just, if the chemicals in our brain don't match up with the signals that they're sending to the body parts, you get what I'm like?
Mhm.
It's so much more than what meets the eye when you look
So,
at it like that.
so can I ask you a question? Do you think like that's a form of evolution that that child was able to have that conversation with his family at that age, or do you think there were other children when we were growing up that wanted to have that same conversation but didn't have it?
Heck yeah, definitely. I think it was kids growing up that couldn't have that conversation. I think it's the safest place now to be more open because we see it more, just like 30, like what, 30, 40 years ago, you weren't seeing interracial couples on TV and commercials. And now that's all you see. And then now we see same sex couples. Like, it's just what's comfortable. The shit's been around forever. There's nothing new under the sun. It's just what's becoming more acceptable to people and what can make money. Like, it's about money too. Like, it's just.
Don't be. I'm gonna ask y'all this: is anybody are any of y'all like Bible people? Like, do y'all like?
I'm not necessarily a Bible person. What you laughing at, yeah?
No, the reason why
you said y'all like Bible people.
No, the reason why I'm asking that is because I don't really be privy to all this stuff. I don't always know all the information, but I could have sworn that the Bible got something in there. Like, I don't, not quote unquote, but like I made you in the image that I wanted to make you or something like that. I don't know how it goes, but
Good
so
point.
I kind of look at it like that. Like, God made you that way. You can't just be like, all right, God, you made me. I came out a girl, but now I want to be a boy.
If we say God makes
So-
no mistakes, and somebody is born a girl, and then one day they realize they're a boy, that was just their journey. That's not a mistake. Like,
Can I ask y'all a question?
Timing is a mistake.
That's a great point, guys. And I wanted to ask y'all a question. Like, at what age would you respond to that child in a serious sit down? Like, let me hear this child out. Like, as soon as he says something or she says something about it. Because, but what if like a person like hears their child being 6 or 7 years old, and you kind of be like, you're only 6, like you don't know what you're talking about. What about those parents?
I feel like, what about you see kids every day wake up and I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. They run around the house, they bark around the house, they crawl on their knees, they do you know what I'm saying? Like what do you do with that? Do you fight with them every single day? Or do you just indulge that they're 5 and they want to be a dog? Okay, boom. If one day your daughter or son comes and feels like there's something else, I feel like as parents, and this is just my opinion, that we should just love and support and make their day as traumatic free as possible. Because we as 30-something-year-old adults know that you can change your mind in a heartbeat. You can feel one way one day, feel one way the next, and think about a young adolescent whose brain and hormones is going crazy, who has no coping skills whatsoever, who does not have decades of experiences under their belt, and they feel in some type of way. Why would you fight a child on that?
That's profound. That's profound.
And so this exactly what we're talking about goes into the argument of allowing boys or allowing girls to play with girls' toys or boys' toys, or allowing to wear certain colors, or allowing to be around certain things, right? So it's always a matter of trying to figure out what to allow your kid to accept, right? Because I grew up with 4 sisters, right?
Okay.
2 older, 2 younger. And I have family members that I used to hang around with a lot, and one of them was gay. It was female, was gay. And my mom, we used to get upset with me because I would hang around with my cousin who was gay, because she thought that by hanging around my female cousin who was gay, that I would become gay. Now that doesn't make sense in any shape, form, or fashion, but because she knew that I grew up with around a bunch of women, and I was hanging with somebody who thought differently, that I may start to think differently.
Okay.
That's just an idea that older people have set, because one of the things that have said was tradition. We're sitting there believe that a boy is supposed to wear blue and a girl's supposed to wear pink. But the moment the boy takes an interest in the color pink, then we start setting generational curses and saying that no, boys aren't allowed to wear pink, right?
Right.
We do that at a very young age. But then we get older, and then what do you see men doing now?
Wearing pink.
Right.
So and
But you have fathers wearing pink right now telling their sons they can't like pink.
And now, because kids have access to the world in their at their fingertips, you're confusing the child, because now they don't know what to understand and what to believe. Because you told them as a parent they can't look at pink, but yet they go online and they see people in pink. So now that, like you said, the fine line is trying to be able to support and raise your child in the manner in which best fits them, not based on what you think is good for them. You can point them in the right direction and shape them, mold them, and give them all the positive stuff and try to lay a foundation. But the kid's going to be who it's going to be.
Thank you.
They're going to be who they're going to be, and you have to be able to accept that. And a lot of kids are experimenting, and you have to allow them to accept that either. Because
hey, K Dizzle, I'm seeing a lot of good comments. Some of them on the screen is I can see.
Marlo says, let the little kid experiment. He or she might not like it. It ain't gonna learn the fire till they get burned. That's what it is. GT says sexual preference isn't gender. Bernie will not be Brenda at 10.
But let's talk about this real quick. Let's reel it back to what we're talking about. How many of you guys are going to get out on a microphone and say this in the public? That's what we're talking about. Right. We're not talking about right now. Right now, it's 5 of us sitting down right now with our faces in front of what we're saying. I love everybody in the chat, but everybody won't come on that mic.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about.
I speak very publicly about how I feel. I can say that when you first presented the question, do we hold back when we have a public forum on topics? I can say that I was a lot more vocal probably a couple years ago when we started the podcast. And then with feedback, people telling me I hate white people and that I was racist.
Yeah, we was getting a lot of
And I swear to goodness, I have so many non-people of color in my corner that support me and my family my whole life, that I'm very intentional of saying bigots or throwing out that disclaimer. If I say white people or the man, I'm talking about patriarchy or racist white people or bigot. I'm never one to generalize and group people. And if anybody knows me, they know that. But a lot of that feedback has made me
But see, what you just said was so key, Jordan. You said anybody that knows you knows that. And that's the thing, we get out here and you might not mean any harm. You might say something and a person doesn't know your relationships that you have. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take a quick break and go into our musical sleepers, right? Because we're having a real good conversation right now. And we're going to go back into the deep dive. But each and every week, we come out with some musical sleepers. These are songs that we listen to that you might have heard, you might not have heard. But we think that if you turn them on, they crank. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about a couple of them today. K Dizzle, what you got?
What I got?
Yes, sir.
Start with me?
Yeah, man.
With me? Okay, I got a oldie but goodie. Shout out to the homie since we're doing a lot of hometown work. This is called Back of My Mind. It's a well-known rapper called Odyssey. And let me pull it up here. Some hip hop.
Okay, you went in the archives for this one.
Shout out to the homie. We high school local friends together, man. He doing this big thing, Tiny Desk concert, all that. Shout out to the homie. Let me pull it up and play it. Let's get this going. Y'all hear that good?
Yeah.
Welcome to the back of my mind. with brain cells and chain cells, locked in solitary confined. And I hope that they may never see shine. Where the insane dwells is not a place for people way too lethal at times. See the demeanor I present you is kind, but the truth is I'm ruthless. I plan to do this till I'm toothless and dying. See, I realized it now. Most of my pals will never get the chance to see what they was dreaming about. But look at me, I must be a nightmare for those who was right there, so close but not enough to see. May you live vicariously. If you help me on my feet, no, I'ma be there always around. Ironically, the honesty is profound. It's the ones that tried to leave me on the ground that don't fuck with me now. Die slow, brothers, die painfully. This in the back of my mind, it ain't a thing to me.
Hey, so y'all are trying to leave it behind, but I'm speaking from the back of my mind.
I like
this. It's got me fighting wars in my head with all the motherfuckers wanting me dead.
All right. Shout out to the homie Odyssey.
Oh, you gotta send me that, K Dizzle. I like that.
For shizzle, you know you can find it on the ADU Sleeper Spotify playlist. As we always do.
Where do I go? Where do I go again? I forgot.
Go to Spotify. You type in ADU Sleepers. Every song that we put up is on that list. You can go check them out, and I'll put the link in the chat so everybody can get that too. But ADU Sleepers, Odyssey, ODICSEE. And who do we have next that we're putting up, man? Who is your sleeper? Half a lot.
This next sleeper is from an up and coming superstar out of the Midwest, man. I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself and his song. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not about playing no bullshit, and I'm not just saying this because you're in front of my face. But go ahead, man. There's some good shit, man. Go ahead, and introduce your song.
Which song did you choose?
Am I fangirling?
Go ahead, Kay. Which one is it?
This one is Kick It. This is what you told me.
Oh, Kick It. Oh, this is a new joint. It was a song produced by my man Chucky Russell. It's a slower vibe. We dropped it for Valentine's Day, you know, for the ladies and stuff like that. I'm normally like a real hip hop guy, but we came with a different type of vibe this time.
All right, shout out to it. Let's play. You told me at 145, right? I'm on it.
Can we kick it? Yeah. Can we vibe? Can we slide like we on ice? You in my front seat, yeah, that's the highlight. This the highlight, jewels shining like twilight. Put you on to something, them other boys fly by night. If it's wrong, then I don't ever wanna feel right. I know you probably had a hard day, let's do the nightlife. Do the town with you, I'm trying to be down with you. Or whatever Brandy said, now let's break in this bed. Pockets always chunky cause my whole team fed. They was hating on you, I ain't care what they said. Pull up game strong like I'm shooting for 3. We ain't gotta rush nothing, but I'm shooting to see. See you and your Vickies looking like a whole dinner.
Wooskin's in the building.
Oh my goodness, bro.
It's in the building.
We get back to it, man. We trying to do everything.
I'm gonna drop that Spotify playlist again for the people in the back. If you ain't know, it's called ADU Music Sleepers.
Thank you, Roslyn.
ADU Music Sleepers. That's the playlist. I'm gonna put it in the chat so everybody got it. You see it on the screen. Everything that we've ever dropped in the last few episodes, even the ones we just did tonight. See that? Kick It and Vuskin right there.
Oh, you on there, Voo.
You in there.
Thank you, my brothers. Thank you.
26 counting, man.
Appreciate it.
ADU Music Sleepers on Spotify. Don't worry, 410. We get no Apple iTunes soon. Don't come for me, bro.
Gotta start somewhere, man. It's all good.
And don't forget, you know, if you guys missed the live episodes, you can always visit us on Spotify and listen to us while you're driving to work, while you're, you know, tying your shoes. While I'm feeding the baby, I might check out the cookout on YouTube or play us on Spotify and iTunes. So
while you in the shower.
Yeah, you know.
Ohio bound, straight banger.
I really like that song, man. Tell us about that track since we got the actual artist and the producer here.
You go ahead and start with the
that beat. That beat was crazy, bro.
Well, if you know me, I started making beats actually last April, and it it makes me mad talking about it because I wish I would have did it a long time ago. But with this beat right here, I'm 35. I mean, I'm 35, so like I grew up in the 90s. So I like that 90s sound. So
Me too.
Once I heard like these, I was just playing around. Like matter of fact, I just got done listening to some 90s music. So I just start getting on the I just start like, man, let me cook up, let me make something real quick. And all of a sudden I just start playing. I just heard this instrument. I'm like, oh man, this could be something right here. This could be something. And then that's where it came from. And I was like, oh, go ahead and bless it.
Right. He kind of I ain't gonna say he made me do it, but he knows that every beat that he plays me, that's like hip hop where I can just rap and just go off. Those are the beats that I always pick. But he was like, nah, you got to do this one. It's Valentine's Day. It's a good vibe. You got to rap to it when it gets all the other stuff later on.
But even like you said, we're in our late 30s now. We got the baby in the back seat with
Early
the baby
30s.
on. I'm sorry. Hey, Dizzle, I ain't gonna put you out there. We'll say you in the late 30s tonight.
Say what? I
But
don't
nah,
know.
but that's a good song. That's a good song to ride out to, man. I really like that, John. Appreciate you guys. My mom definitely supports it. She says she loves it.
Thank you, Miss Patricia. Thank you.
So now we're gonna slide back to the topic at hand. So what are some other topics, K Dizzle, that have come up that we've talked about that I've scared you from going on before we close?
Nothing really. Nothing. I mean, one of the things that, like you said, there have been some episodes where you gone back and we got like, Kerm, you were defending the police too much, or whatever the case was, or you were on the wrong side. I don't care.
We had an episode about police brutality. That's what he's speaking on.
Yeah, my opinion is my opinion. Whether it, however it comes across, I try to speak in a way that most people can understand. As at the same way, if somebody says something a certain way, there's somebody out there that's not going to like what you say or how you say it. And so trying to conform and sit and have a conversation based on how you think people are going to perceive it, that's too much energy, that's too much time, and that's too much effort. Just do what you do, say what you say, and keep moving, because everybody's going to always have an opinion about you, whether you like it or not. And the only thing that matters is yours and the people that are around you who care about you the most. So y'all can go and do what you do. The same way I am on this podcast, I would say the same way I am in person. I'm probably more of an idiot in person than I am online. So, but you can't sit here and waste that time and trying to figure out, if I say this, they're going to think this. Fuck them, because they don't matter. They don't matter. You have a platform. You have a soapbox. Yeah. Use it and be you. People will accept you for who you are, regardless of anything else. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. The same way we make music. There's an ear for any and every type of music. So it don't matter when you started. You could have been 8 months, 10 months, 2 years, 10 years. If you love it, that's what you're doing, your passion, somebody's going to like it and support it. So make sure you put that out into the world, that energy into the world, so that that people can share in that and enjoy it and support you.
That's a profound statement, man. Always profound talk by K Dizzle DC. Obviously this is a very fun episode that I look forward to. I can talk to you guys for hours. We're actually past our time. One thing about our show is we're live. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys understand that it's a little tough to get in a whole new group of people and fit it into our usual episode platform. So I want to give a round of applause, air clap to everybody that came on tonight. And I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for having me.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the Cookout Podcast take over. I'm going to definitely share your shows with our audience as well. I wish you guys great success.
Same here. Same way.
I mean that very much. And meeting a guy like Vu, man, personally, man, that was special. It's weird. I ain't never met a dude online just talking about business that vibe like you. Let's keep it up, man. And to the moon we go, baby.
Hey, you know what? You know what's crazy is that I told my shorty, I said it's a guy I've been talking to for a while, man. I met him online.
That sounds bad, bro.
No.
Yo.
I said we became friends, and she was like, I was like, I don't know, it seemed weird though, like we cool, like he like one of my guys, like, and she like, no, I ain't nothing like that, man. You know, I understand, like God put people, you know, around you.
Genuine connection.
Yeah, right. And me and Hef, like we'd just call each other, like, bro, what you got going on, man? What's your next move? And you know, we chop it up all the time, man. So yeah, man, I thank you, brothers, man. K Dizzle, you know what I'm saying? You good people. You know, you showing me stuff that I don't know about this technical stuff that I be going crazy with. I don't be knowing how to set none of this stuff up, do none of this stuff. So I thank you, brothers, man.
Hey, we here, everybody. Fuck you, Bala. And we here having fun, doing what we do best, talking shit, and just showing love. And that's, you know, that's what it's all about. And we all want to grow and learn and be better every time we come around and do this thing, man. So I appreciate y'all mainly because of the thirst and the hunger you provided me, because these cheetahs are some bullshit. That corn on the cob. I don't even know. I'm still trying to see what else was on that.
Hey man, my quote went legendary, man. You're gonna get slid in them slides.
Niggas get slide, niggas get slid with slides.
Don't think you slick to go to the bank in your slides. You will get your ass slid. And them slides.
Yeah, before we get out of here, man, shout out to my homie Nims, gtvcable.com, man. Get over there, man. Pay-per-view, everything, anything, cartoons for the kids, run 24 hours, all that, man. Music, everything. gtvcable.com and use that code to Cookout.
gtvk.com.
Put up where you can find us, K Dizzle. Let's go.
Okay, you can find us Young Hef Streams, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. You need to get started on your reaction videos so we can get you pumping. Follow me everywhere, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, you know, everywhere. K Dizzle DC. The Cookout Podcast, you can find them on Facebook, YouTube. Just type in the Cookout Podcast, and they're the first ones to come up. Make sure y'all go in and show them some love. Go show them support. Hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications on. You can find us on Spotify. Everything we talk about. What the chancletas?
The chancletas. Those are the flip flops.
Chancletas. You find us everywhere online, man. Look, we love doing this show. We love y'all. Nothing happens without your love and support. We thank you for all the feedback and all the camaraderie and everybody who came in and chatted and said something in it. Man, we do this for y'all and we enjoy it. And as long as you have us, we'll keep doing more. So that's all I got, baby.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
See that?
Hungry.
Peace.
All right.
All right. We out, y'all, man. We love y'all.
All right, thank you.
You know, and I know, and they know, cause we know, we go all in, you know, and I know, they know, cause we know, we go all